Welcome to Couple of Bubs, a skate clip review show. I'm Zach. I'm here with my co host, Ben. On this show, we watch clips submitted to us and just give our opinions on them. Some of them we might like, some of them we might have some critiques, but this show is basically an excuse for me and Ben to get together and talk about skateboarding and have a good time. So don't take anything we say too serious because we're just a couple of dipshits talking about skating. How you doing, bub?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, doing good. You feel older?
I do feel slightly older.
Yeah, 13 minutes older. Happy birthday to you. So, clip number one is good pal of ours, a man you often refer to as a wizard,
The wizard.
the wizard, Mr. Caleb Rader, one of the long time homies from Richmond. To give context, Caleb was in an elite group from my view when I was a teenage skateboarder. He was just in the squad with all the rippers who all dressed basically the exact same. They all, in my mind, kind of dressed like Dilbert. They wore like
Dilbert.
black pants, white shirt, black beanies. Similar to you, I imagine their closet looks like a cartoon character.
Yep.
And they were the squad, and he was one of them.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know what we're in for, but he's got a mean nose slide, a mean crook, looks really damn good on a skateboard. So I expect a very nice clip.
I'm going to imagine that he would probably say what he sent us is super hard and he felt uncomfortable doing it. And it's probably going to look flawless.
Well, there's one thing if knowing that the source that this clip came from is actually from Cody Murray, who was on the previous episode. This is an old clip, so at this time it might not have been that hard. If he gave
He
us a
didn't knock the
recent,
cobwebs off.
yeah, I think this was pre cobwebs. The board's probably back in the storage unit now. He's back to retirement. But we're gonna check out a clip from his pre-retirement days.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. Buttery so far.
Yes, exactly what I expected.
Good. Tasteful.
Yep.
I do have a backstory to this clip. I was present
Oh,
for this. This was a spot I took him and Cody to, and I tried a line unsuccessfully for a very long time. And the framing of this is actually perfect because you can see his car there in the background.
yeah.
And he moved his car over there because while trying my trick, because him and Cody are into having lowered vehicles, one of my slip outs, I slipped out, fell, and then we all were just there, just watching my board barrel into his car.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and it put a real damper on the session.
You're that guy.
Well, okay. In my defense, and I still stick to this, if it was a normal height car, nothing would have really happened. Maybe hit a tire or rolled under the car. But
So
because
it's
they're out
his
here,
fault.
absolutely it's his fault. Don't be modding your car and then parking it where I'm a not so good skateboarder trying to line. It's not going to go great.
It seems like it was still pretty far away.
Well,
Um,
this is where he moved it. Where the white car is that's Cody's car, and then right next to it, I think, is where his car was. And
okay.
I was skating that ledge on the other side.
So it had to go still really far.
Correct. Yeah, it had to really go a distance.
Okay. So
But
yeah,
I was
totally.
trying front tail, nollie flip on flat, no slide shove manual.
Hmm.
So the manual kept trying to catch the manual, I whooshed that shit out and it put a real damper on the day. He was visibly bummed. And
I
still
can't
enough of a
imagine
gentleman
why.
to come through and get this clip afterwards. All right, so let's talk about his skating instead of me ruining a session. Initial thoughts, bub.
Initial thoughts, flawless. The spot is especially cool looking, and it looks deserted. It looks like y'all could have had fun here all day.
Yeah, oddly enough, this was a is a school. This is just what it looked like on a Sunday.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and nice low height ledges that grind good, which is a street ledge that grinds well in Indiana is a rarity. So yeah, I'm right there with you on initial thoughts. Even when I was there in person, always blown away by how he can string together lines. He prefers putting the pressure on himself by doing lines
Mm.
because he in his mind, after you do that kind of, first or middle trick, it gives you more incentive to try harder for the last trick. And I've always held that, I'm not consistent enough at skating for that to really apply to me. But yeah, for him, it makes perfect sense. The crook is exactly as I expected. It's fucking perfect. So yeah, all in all, good. So probably pretty obvious on the next prompt here on hitting or heinous. What you thinking?
It is hitting.
Yeah.
I have one critique.
Oh, okay. I'll say hitting as well before you dive in.
Very hitting, but he either lost a lot of speed on that fakey big flip, or he probably should have went into it with some more speed because pushing twice after the mid trick to get to the ledge is no bueno.
Oh, you don't like two pushes after it.
Nope.
Would it balance out better if he had done two pushes and then did a longer grind? Like, is it compromised by how short the nose grind 180 is?
I think it just comes down to he needed that extra speed to get to the ledge, and I think that you should it should be built into your natural flow.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
think we
yeah,
might differ slightly on this because I do think that things like half cab flip, you know, fakey big flip, they're kind of a speed suck trick just due to that very often kind of pivot element
hmm
to rotating the trick. So for my taste, the I think if he had given it a stronger push or two pushes and then grinded more of the ledge, then I'd really push back against you. But with it being a shorter nose grind, I think I can kind of see where you're coming from.
I think these first two pushes or first push after the crooked grind should have been a little more powerful to adjust for the speed loss on the fakey big flip because yeah, the two pushes before the nose grind.
Okay. So the switch push, you think he should have given it some more oomph to give
Yeah,
it a more consistent flow throughout the entire line.
a little more oomph.
Okay. Lacking oomph.
I mean, everything else is perfect. So,
Yeah, hell yeah.
and
How's
maybe
the fit?
fits on point. I don't know that Caleb knows how to wear a bad fit. He looks like when his mom quit dressing him, he just kept on making himself look nice. Like his hair's always nice, and he never got into like I'm just gonna look grungy.
Yeah, I don't think Caleb's never been someone who I've seen kind of stray too far afield from a it already works type fit. You know what I mean? He keeps it pretty timeless, pretty simple. For this, the I mean, obviously the boldest choice is the red shoes, which I mean, black pants, gray shirt, black hat. It's a good offsetting color. It works well.
hmm
I will say this is just, it's a bit before he's made a recent change in his fit game that we saw when he skated your ramp. This is still, skinnier pants, Caleb. He's
Yeah.
loosened his pant fit a bit, and I would say it's for the better.
No, he's a skinny dude. Got a skinny frame, nice straight leg pants.
Oh
Can't
yeah.
ask for
I'm
more.
not saying it looks terrible. I'm just saying now I think he wears I think it complements maybe the shirts he's wearing more now. His fit at your ramp, the pant
Wasn't it
looseness.
sweatpants at the ramp?
No, no, I think he was
No.
wearing black pants or yeah, I don't think jeans. I think he was just wearing just some looser black pants.
Hmm.
Yeah, they look good. I mean, this one, yeah, it frames him well, so it doesn't look like he's wearing uncomfortably skinny jeans.
No place for baggy jeans.
You wear baggy jeans.
I'm a big dude.
When you were small, you wore baggy jeans.
Yeah, when I was small, I did lots of dumb things.
So if
Doesn't
you
mean
were
I.
if you were Caleb's size right now, boom, you're that little feller. You're immediately going and getting the skinnies, the nut
I would call
huggers.
those straight legs. I wouldn't call them skinnies. But to be fair, when I was young, I didn't know what jean cut was because I didn't buy my own clothes for the longest time. So
Oh, so yeah, there's a whole new world. All right. What reaction would you give this if you were on the session, bub?
I would be extremely hyped. I would
You wouldn't tell him, hey, run that back with some oomph.
no, probably not because it's watching it back that does it for me. And I've been thinking about it. I think it's because he pushed so quick after the that right there. I
Yeah, the
think it's
two
because he
quick
had to
push.
push so quick.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's what I was saying earlier. It's because that trick is kind of a speed suck. It's like a quicksand trick.
so maybe if he had waited and then pushed really hard, you might be onto something there.
Okay,
Um,
cruise out the roll away of the flat ground trick a bit more.
yeah, it's just a timing thing that makes it look bad because it either looks like you are lost all your speed and you got to make it up again, or you're off balance and you use that kind of take
Yeah,
your
like
foot off.
I landed it, but it wasn't great, so I'm going to push out of it real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, but in person, you'd be like, yeah, this was
Oh
sick.
yeah. I'd be very hyped.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, closing opinions, I think pretty safe to say. Both big fans.
Yep.
Caleb is fucking an excellent skateboarder who I will always go on wax saying I wish skated more.
For to make it look so effortless, you would think he would have no problem doing it more because
Yeah.
it does not look like it takes much effort for him.
Yeah, he's in that category, and I've seen plenty of people like this over the years who, even when he doesn't skate very often, when he does, and even as much as he is claiming that it's kind of uncomfortable, he has so many things in his bag that I'm just like, not even on my best day in my life am I getting
You
this
skate
session.
at least twice a week and you work really hard to get what you get.
Yeah.
And
And
he
he
just,
casually runs shit that I'm just like, never, never in my life, dude.
yeah. All
So
right. Well,
yeah,
that's enough time spent on Caleb.
yeah, we're done friggin' glazing his balls. We're moving on. All right. Next up, we have Will Warrender, aka Wilson. I believe Wilson is a Tucson resident, though he is not someone I met when living there. So he just sent his clip in. I am eager to see what he sent because my only context is I've seen some stuff on Instagram. I know he's pretty tech, and if I remember right, which could make it hairy for me, I don't think he's scared of flipping the board more than once,
Oh,
which I do not like. But before I have any more preconceived notions, let's just jump in and see what he sent. Bub, do you recognize this spot?
did you take me here?
I did not because you never visited me in Arizona.
Oh, no, I don't recognize the spot.
This Tucson, oddly enough, has a pretty notorious spot that I think I've talked to you about where they had that contest down that infamous 15 stair that Reynolds
Oh, oh,
kick flipped in the line in the beginning of This Is Skateboarding.
yep. Is that where our boy threw down?
Yeah, and then I believe right where he threw down is that hubba. I think it's changed or it's a different one. Is one of the types of hubbas at this exact spot that Reynolds front blunts, I believe, at the beginning of that line.
Nice.
So yeah, infamous spot, very cool. Yeah, initial thoughts, bub.
Initial thoughts, good, good execution. It's hard to tell if this was like a throwaway clip, but he could have cleaned up that no slide.
Okay, big spin came out a little too sketch.
I think so. A little tic tac, just
I would the only grace that I'm going to give it just from an observation is that it does seem like due to the nature of this ledge that it does end in a crack, which I don't know if that's what prompted it, but it's I'm trying to dissect if it was due to the way he was leaning or due to his weight being thrown due to the crack.
Yeah.
But I do think I line up there with you. The nollie heel, very nice. I love that he nollied into the no slide big spin,
Yeah.
but it
Oh yeah.
did have just a little bit of the tic tac, which after you just gave me praise on the clip that you chose of me in the last episode, I feel prone to give my man a little grace here as a fellow tic tacker.
uh yeah, that we could go into why one might be okay, one might not, but
Yeah. I mean, I would
um
say that I mean, obviously it's different per person because I don't know, his how much he dabbles in manual tricks to where he might think that trick that I did is difficult. But I think nollie no slide big spin is fucking crazy. I have tried just regular no slide big spin a lot and my brain cannot compute it. So I'm a big fan of seeing the trick, and nolling into a no slide is fucked up.
yeah,
So I mean,
and it's a not a small ledge either.
no, that's a serious ledge, a legitimate one, and I like that it's an all nollie line. I gotta take some points off for the immediate after the fact pressure flip bail.
You
That's
don't
one of
like
those things.
that?
I think when you're real stoked after the trick and you're just like, fuck it, I'll fling something. If it works, then the clip's even cooler. But if not, we cut it short. But then you
Well, and
don't cut
again,
it
that
short.
goes into is this a throwaway clip? Because I would say he definitely waited long enough that you could cut the clip and it wouldn't seem like you cut it too short.
Yeah, yeah. If
So
this was
he,
in the mix of a part, you for sure have it trimmed. Not a critique on him, but critique on the filmer. You definitely could have been closer.
oh
You,
yeah,
you really could have got in there. I think you did Will a little bit of a disservice here because the nollie heel was nice. I would have liked to see the filmer really up in there for it, but
yeah, he kind of as soon as he threw down, he lagged behind. He was keeping up
yeah,
with
I
him.
don't think he was really matching the speed or doing. Might have been a good idea being the filmer to kind of have a little bit of a lead on Will, so that way you're matching that speed easier when he throws down. But it seems like he was at the same spot, just trying to catch up to him. But that's not really much on Will. I mean, for me, I think it's hitting.
I
I
say it's
like
very
it.
hidden.
Yeah,
It's very difficult.
yeah, absolutely. How's the fit?
It's not what I would wear.
Oh yeah. Well that's not the question.
I think, and this is gonna sound weird.
Can't
I could
wait.
see it working. I would need to like watch him in a part with the music to really see it all come together because I could imagine this would be more of like a hip hop style and because of his baggy jeans and his shirt and stuff and the hat.
Yeah, he's got
So
kind of like a early 2000s kind of like skateboarding hip hop crossover vibe to it. The pant fit, the white flat bill with the different color bill on it. This looks like a dude who would be, skating at Love Park.
yeah, and if I could see it in that context, I probably would have no issues. But just at face value, watching a muted clip, I'm like, ugh, too big of pants.
Too big a pant.
But everything changes when it's in the right, context and the right atmosphere. And
Yeah, too big a pants. I love it. The pant, the pickiest about pants. I, yeah, I like the fit. I don't have any I honestly I don't have a single complaint. I can't really tell what the shirt is, but it just looks like a not too over the top graphic shirt, so all good there. I personally think the pants are a good fit. They don't go too crazy where it meets his shoes, and that's where I think baggy pants can really get in the weeds is if they are super wide where they meet your shoe or they kind of crumple up a lot, but his, it's a good amount. Looks good, man. The hat looks cool with the long hair. I think he went the Jamie Foy route and just let the P-tail hang out underneath where you could put it through your hat.
yeah,
So, yeah, that's, always an interesting move, but I'm not mad at it. So how are you reacting if you're on this session, bub?
I'd probably would point out if we're filming for a video, I'd probably point out you want to get that a little cleaner without the tic tac.
Oh. So now are you coming at this from like you're on the session as a friend or you are just skating the same spot?
And it's hard to say. It's hard because you never know what
Mine
the.
is like you still don't know him,
I
but
still don't.
you are there, you are a part of the session and you see this go down.
I would give him the board, tap the
Yeah,
front
give
wheels on the ground for sure.
okay. Just a
Yep.
nice little nod, little tap.
I would not approach a stranger and say you should clean that up.
Yeah, that's saved for someone like me. All right,
Yeah,
so closing thoughts on this one?
solid,
Very
very
solid.
solid.
All right, well, thank you for sending this in, bud. Last up, we have Nicholas Seib. Nicholas is someone, feels weird calling him Nicholas. I feel like I just call him Nick when I talk to him. He's someone I met at Nashville, Indiana Park, just randomly. It's this beautiful, small little park, and he is an absolute fucking ripper.
Oh,
He was just like a cheerful dude having a good time while also casually full cabbing a bank over like a ball.
okay.
And it was fucked up. And he's super good, super nice. And he sent this clip in and more or less based on I guess what the trick is, said to feel free to roast him.
Oh,
Yeah. So let's jump in and see what he sent.
I wonder if that's a backhanded comment where he's like, try to roast this.
Oh yeah, try yeah. He's like, try to roast me. I'm good as fuck. That'd be a good power move.
It'd be the same power move as wearing old boy's fit from last video during the
Yeah,
backside heel
Thomas's
flip.
purple pants.
Yeah.
The equalizer. All right. Okay, now couple things to point out initially. First is that Nick rides Goofy. So this is
Okay.
Switch.
So this is Switch.
And in the email he did refer to this as a new learn. So this is first time ever landing this trick.
Oh, okay. That's helpful context.
Yeah. And I gotta admit that in the email, he did say what the trick was,
Oh, okay. So you knew.
which I withheld because, and it's thankfully the clip reveals something differently. That when I read switch 50-50 shove it, I thought front side,
Mm.
which is a trick that I have run, and it's heinous, even as someone who's done it. If this to me, if he did this front side, I feel like it looked pretty silly. It's just like a switch version of a little kid trick. Yeah, I mean 50-50 front shove is the I think the most, entry level. I can do this trick and I can do this trick and they are easy to do together.
And that means it's a combo.
And that's a combo. Now me special meter go crazy. So yeah, it's definitely yeah, it's better that it's a switch backside for me. What are your thoughts, bub?
I understand it's a selfie filmed clip,
Mm-hmm.
but a little far away, even on my Jumbotron, it's hard to catch kind of the beginning of it. But
Yeah,
in
yeah.
context, solid trick. It looks good.
What do you think about that straight on approach? The more I'm looking at it, I'm almost wondering if this even counts as being switch backside.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering. It almost, yeah,
It looks like he comes from the other side of it.
it really does because it almost looks like the ledge blocks his foot out before you see him ollie, which would make it kind of feel like a front side.
Yeah. So did he bamboozle us into making us? He tried to make us think he can switch back 50, which is the elite switch 50-50. The switch frontside 50-50, not very difficult. The switch backside actually coming from the side, gnarly.
That's all relative. I've never done a front side shove it. I've never done a switch ollie, much less a switch 50-50.
Okay. Well, yeah, but this is relative to you. I mean, do you switch ollie?
No, I just said I can't.
Yeah. So yeah, so if you're not doing switch stuff, then yeah. This is all just you imagining what it would be like. So yeah, I'll throw my take out there that, coming from the actual switch backside is gnarly. Yeah, I guess I won't dive too much further. What do you think? Hitting or heinous?
I'm gonna go option C, kind of
Ooh,
neutral,
kind of neutral.
because I think it's got elements. It's got a potential to be hitting, but because what we just talked about, and maybe because of the way you line the camera up, little I wouldn't call it heinous, but neutral.
Okay. Yeah, now when I first watched it and I didn't sink in where his approach to the ledge was coming from, I was leaning more towards hitting. I had some initial excitement of it not being the switch frontside 50-50. And I was like, damn, my dude did switch backside 50-50 shove. That's a wild one. But the more I'm watching it and I'm seeing that approach, I feel betrayed by him. And I feel like this is heinous behavior.
But now, is this a ledge?
Yeah, I think it's like a up down pad with that whole side of it being angle iron. So where he's rolling at is just concrete going up. So it's a long, I think it's like a big wide ledge. It's not like a skinny ledge. You can see it on the downward part of it, how you can see the concrete going up towards that bank.
Yeah.
So that's a up down ledge pad. Does that change anything for you?
No, I was just curious about what the side we can't see from the camera, what that looks like.
Yeah, I think just concrete up pad.
Okay.
He's pretty far away, but when he lands it and is receiving his hell yeah from the onlookers, how do you feel about his fit?
Mm, looks solid. I like a good hoodie. And yeah, solid fit.
Solid fit? Like you like a good hoodie. All right, I think we've temporarily lost Ben, and I'm just going to continue forward with my thoughts on this fit here. For me, the fit it's looking good. I like the hoodie. I like that it's even crumpled up. If I'm being honest, get a little peek that he's got a nice white T-shirt poking out there. Black pants are looking good. Looks like it might be a camo hat, which I'm not mad at. The real camo hats are definitely having a big moment, and I'm here for it. And he's got just some classic Lakai shoes on. Can't go wrong. So for me, the fit's looking pretty good. And that's going to move us on to how I'd react if I saw this on the session. I'd say this is one where, due to the fact that he's a homie, I would give it extra praise because I know it's a new trick and he was just throwing it out there. So I think in person I'd feel less deceived by the approach to the 50-50. But from afar, I'm still a little bothered by it. But if I was there in person, I'd have to give him props. So closing opinion, pretty good. Don't like that you deceived me a little bit. Don't know if we can even call this switch backside 50-50, but it is a switch 50-50 shove when we really boil it down. And new trick alert. You love to see it. Props to you, Nick, and thanks for sending this in. All right. Well, I'm closing this out solo. We have a nice, beautiful view of Ben's empty chair. It is his birthday, so maybe he's got some immediate shenanigans to get into. But thank you guys for sending your clips in, and hopefully me and Ben will see you guys on the next one.